I feel like it has been so long since I picked up my vlog camera. It is 8:30 in the morning on Tuesday, July 22nd. I'm about to join a quick Zoom for Skin by Ella to get some updates on our new bronzer launch that has now been pushed to the end of September. I can share more about why we've had to push it. If you guys are even curious about that stuff, let me know. But it is just the beauties of having a clean beauty brand, a small clean beauty brand with not gazillions of dollars. So dealing with that, and then I'm gonna quickly get changed, put on some makeup, and my sister and I are heading on a one-night brand trip to the Hamptons with Hotel Lobby Candle Company, and we're taking like a little water plane there, which I've never been on one of those before, so I'm really excited for that and excited to spend some time with Lucy. It's only one night, so it's really quick, but it's going to be really cute. It's like themed around Tomato Girl Summer and their new Tomato Hamptons candle, and Remy's going on it, and a few other girls like Serena and Coco, who I'm friends with. So I think it'll be really fun, and I'm surviving with this coffee. Cheers. Always with our eye patches.
That's what I said.
Alright, Lucy and I are heading to the plane. Wait, what does seaplane even mean?
It means we get on the water and it's like a plane boat. It's like a plane that can float. And then it takes off from right here on the water in front of.
Are you sure that's what we're doing?
Yes.
It said that?
I'm freaking out. You told me this was a private jet. I was like, sign me up. And I'm finding out it's a seaplane. It's like my greatest fear.
Would you rather do a helicopter?
No, I think it's safer than a helicopter.
Okay, I've done the Blade.
I'm gonna ask
before.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna ask if they have life jacket, because I think we're gonna be flying over the water the whole time, so if we do crash, at least I can get a life jacket.
Wait, don't even put that energy out there.
I mean, it looks like open terrain today, but there is quite a lot of obstacles in New York, so it scares me. There's like bridges.
When I was really afraid to do the Blade when I went, and I actually really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun.
I would never do a helicopter again. I've done it before. I would never do a Blade. Those things be falling apart like midair.
I feel like a Blade hasn't fallen apart.
That was like that one that happened. I don't know if it was a Blade. There was a tourist plane recently.
Okay, well.
On that note, wish us luck.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
It'll be a cool experience either way. If we go down together.
Seaplane was scarier than Blade. I can confirm that. I think it was scarier. We did that one plane going from St. Martin.
I don't think I would do that again either. Like I would do.
I thought that was scarier than that.
They're both terrifying.
The landing of that one was scarier.
Small aircraft at all.
Yeah, I'm fine with big aircrafts. I like flying commercial. I've never flown private, so I wouldn't know. All right, we came to the room to chill for a little. I just chugged one of these premium coconut waters from Once Upon a Coconut. I love these. And I made a coffee. And I put in a creamer. I feel like I'm gonna want 2 of those. And now I'm going to iron my dress. Ooh, I'm kind of afraid of irons. Just used this waver on my hair, but I did it like not crazy wavy, so it looks more natural. All right, this is my cute look from my friend's brand, Lucille, and the shoes.
Brands and so many people ask me to come to events and things, and so the fact that you guys are all here and decided to like spend this time with us is really incredible. Exclusivity, like yeah. Especially when it's organic exclusive. I'm like, yeah. The fuck? Yeah. Like, in what world?
Juice.
Wait, these.
This is a plum. What is that? I don't know. I ate them all.
Baby. You ate them all, or you didn't?
I did. They're really good.
They have a pit in them.
Yeah.
It's like a baby plum. I love stone fruit. Very juicy though. Like
I just found out what stone fruit was. What's stone? Vlog. It has been a little bit since I last picked up the camera. I filmed for you guys while I was at the hotel lobby brand trip in Montauk last week, and I had planned to film the rest of the week, but honestly I just was not feeling myself and have not been that great at vlogging. Hi, Crispy. And just haven't picked up the camera until now. I feel like I've been going through really highs and like lows this summer, if I'm being honest. And I feel like I have so much to be grateful for and so many good things happening, but I've also had some hard things happening in my personal life and my work life. So things like that have gotten me down, and obviously I've just been so busy. There's been a lot of travel, the wedding planning stuff, owning Skin by Ella, doing the influencer stuff. I've just felt like it's all been really crazy and it's all really exciting, but I've felt really, really drained. I woke up today feeling incredible. I feel amazing. I just got really inspired again yesterday. I had off day yesterday, but by the end of the day, I like turned it around, got myself feeling really excited for what's ahead. Our wedding is in 6 weeks, which is just so crazy. I had a big wedding call this morning with my planner. She has one more wedding this weekend and then no weddings until our wedding. So she'll be very locked in starting next week. We have a lot to get through still, but like all the big things are done, but truly there is so much, and I feel like we'll be working on wedding planning until the wedding. Like we won't have like a break of it, and that is a little bit stressful because there are a few things that are up in the air. We haven't like 100% locked in all of our music, but we've like 90% locked in all of our music. We have to sort out some of our travel stuff because our flights have changed a little bit, getting everyone sorted at their hotels, getting all the recommendations on our website. I'm gonna do a full Q&A at the end of this video about wedding planning. I put a question box up on my story last night for all things wedding planning, so I can get into that. I cut myself a peach to eat during this. Is that a peach or a nectarine? I think it's a peach. And it's really good. Yum. That's like one of the best peaches I've ever had, and I just brushed my teeth. But today is a very exciting day. I woke up bright and early. James actually woke up at 5 and left for a work trip in Connecticut. So he was out. I woke up like an hour later. I got up at like 6:20 this morning. I did some editing. I took Crispy for a walk. I put on my workout set before I went downstairs, took Crispy on a nice walk, picked up an iced coffee, went down to my gym and did a quick 3:30 because I knew that was the only time I would have today, and we want to be really consistent. We, as in James and I, want to be really consistent with our workouts and eating leading up to the wedding and just feeling and looking our best. So I quickly did that, showered, jumped on the wedding planning call, had another Skin by Ella call, had another Skin by Ella call, got dressed, put on my makeup, having this peach, and then I'm gonna take Crispy for a walk. We're gonna go swimming by my friend Lauren's, who is one of my best friends and also a bridal stylist. She recently got into it. She had one of the most incredible weddings in South Africa that we went to. Some of you guys probably remember, or some of you guys probably follow her, but she's been super, super helpful with all of my wedding looks for my wedding. I'm doing quite a few looks. I think I'm doing like 6 or 7 throughout the weekend. There's 4 days of stuff, so like even James will have 4 looks, but I think I'm doing like 6 with everything that I'm doing. And today we have 3 appointments around wedding stuff. I had one yesterday at Alexandra Greco. She is custom making my welcome aperitif look and my second look for the wedding day, and also Lucy's gown for the ceremony and reception, which is really exciting because the material of her dress for the day of and what she'll walk down the aisle in is the same as my second look, so we'll like look really cute together and we'll both be in white at the reception. So we got to try on like those looks yesterday, and there's only really minimal tweaks that they have to do to them. They're hemming both of my looks, they're hemming Lucy's look, and they're adjusting some straps on hers and like the waist on one of mine. And then today, Lauren and I are heading to Line Studio, which is like a really cool designer in Manhattan. They are custom making one of my looks. It is the recovery look. So the Sunday, it is like a recovery barbecue party that we're doing. So they're doing that look for me. And they're also doing my rehearsal lunch for me, which that one, it's made to order. So it's all made in my size and we've adjusted things on it, but it's not completely custom. And then Lauren and I are going to go to Zimmerman to pick up my getting ready look. I picked this out a while ago, but it just recently came out. So I'm doing a store visit and we're going to pick it up there. I'll likely need to get it tailored, so I'll probably have to tailor it on my own somewhere because I want to wear flats or be barefoot with it. And I feel like it'll be longer, but it is so gorgeous. I'm so excited to see it in person because I've only tried on the sample that they sent to me ages ago. And then we're going to Jimmy Choo to try on some shoes. And they invited me in to look at some of their bridal shoes. So I'm really excited to meet their team and pick out some shoes. And then I have a meeting with a brand this evening for drinks in the city. So I'm gonna be in the city all day, and then I'm supposed to see the twins, Bridget and Danielle, for dinner or drinks after. So hopefully I get through all of that. It's gonna be a really, really crazy day, but a really fun day. Started off the morning great. I need to head over to Lauren's now, but I'm really excited to be filming this video, and I'm really excited to film the Q&A at the end of this video about wedding planning. And I would actually love your guys' opinions. I want to do some sort of content plan. I feel like I'm not really strategic with my content. I just do it when I feel like it, which thankfully I feel like doing it a lot, but I don't really like plan strategically my content. I feel like it just comes, naturally, but I would like to be strategic with my content leading up to the wedding, whether that's on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or whatever. But I feel like there's something that I could do that would be interesting. Maybe I feel like TikTok feels like the best place for it, but like 1 month out from the wedding, I do a TikTok every single day. Maybe it's a vlog of what I got up to, maybe it's like skin prep, or maybe it's like me sharing every day one thing I did for the wedding on that day. So like if it was a day being like, okay, I picked out our napkins today and I got this embroidered, or I met with our planner and finalized, the DJ equipment that we'll need. Like I want to do something that's interesting for everyone and also for brides and people planning a wedding. So I'd love any ideas or feedback, because I feel like I have quite a few ideas. I don't know what would do best, but I want to do something consistent for like a month leading up to my wedding and feel really good about it. And then I'm probably actually going to take, 2 weeks off. I'm not going to be posting real time at my wedding, and I really, really want to be present and enjoy that in my honeymoon. I'm sure I'll end up posting in my honeymoon because I'll be so excited, but let me know if you guys have any ideas for like the content plan leading up to the wedding that you guys would be really excited to watch. I just got ready for dinner. I'm going to dinner tonight with my family. My dad's in New York right now, and we're going to a restaurant in Greenpoint. But I thought I would answer the questions that you guys wrote in for a wedding planning Q&A that I could answer on YouTube, because I feel like this is a really nice place to do it, because these questions are definitely more long format and have a longer answer. So thank you everyone who wrote a question. I am so excited to be sharing all of these answers, and I'm so excited for everything coming up at the wedding. It's just a very, very exciting time. The first question someone said is, what is the most untraditional thing you're doing? I don't know, like, we're not doing anything crazy untraditional, but we're not doing a first look. We're not doing bridesmaids, and we're not doing groomsmen. Honestly, I don't even think groomsmen are really a thing in England. They do like ushers, where like they're more people, they're like groomsmen, but they have like more of like a role and like jobs throughout the day. So I don't even know if James asked anyone to do that, but he like has his 3 best New York friends who are also English, but he met in New York, and they're gonna be like the MCs all 3 together throughout the weekend, and each one of them will kind of lead each day. So it's like the all 3 talk, but like, all right. So clearly my camera died when I got all ready to film this video the other night before we went to dinner. But now I get to have my special guest, partner in crime and wedding planner with me to answer some of the wedding planning questions. Oh wait, oh my god, Isaac's FaceTiming me. Hi.
Morning.
I
had Isaac call you because you're an expert at camera.
Okay, Sorry, many of you guys come back. Probably know Gracie, my best friend from high school and just forever. And she just had her baby on July 31st. So she has a 4-day-year-old, and she's been FaceTiming us and showing her name is Willow Rose, which is really cute.
Rose?
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel very honored. And
Tell off to you.
she's always really liked Rose, but let's say it's after me. I'll let her be the first one to say that, not me. Okay, so we're gonna answer some of our wedding planning questions together. If you're new here, James and I are getting married on September 13th in the Ariège region of France. It's coming up. We are leaving in about a month and 3 days, which is crazy, but we're really excited and honestly have been working so hard on this wedding. So we're excited that it's coming up so soon. So the first question is, what is the most untraditional thing you're doing? And I don't think we're doing anything majorly untraditional, but we aren't doing a first look. We aren't doing a band.
No band.
We aren't doing
Groomsmen.
and bridesmaids. But English people don't even have groomsmen.
Yeah, they do. They call them ushers.
Oh, but it's different roles. Like ushers are more of like people that help on the day, right?
What do groomsmen do?
Like groomsmen just stand there.
Yeah, see.
Like ushers have more of like a duty.
Yeah, but it's the same
You have to
thing.
stay in here because it messes up the lighting. Can you think of anything else untraditional?
Traditional.
Oh, we're
doesn't even
staying
sound like
together on... I know it doesn't sound right, but it is. We're staying together the night before the wedding, which I feel like we both really wanted to and did that. And we are staying in a really nice house for the week, so there's no reason for us to split up and not enjoy the house that we're staying in.
I'm blinking.
I mean, I feel like those are all... The band thing's probably the most. I didn't even think of that when I first started this question.
We're not cutting the cake, although
Oh, yeah,
we're not going to speak about...
Yeah.
We're not cutting the cake.
We're not cutting the cake. We are having cake. I'm going to make a speech, but I don't think it'll be on the wedding day. It'll be at the welcome party. But I know that I definitely want to speak, and it's not traditional for the bride to usually have a speech, but I feel like people do that more and more now. You share your inspo boards. I will share all of my Pinterest boards with you guys after the actual wedding happens. Favorite wedding dress designer. There's so many. I feel like I've shared a list of the places that I really liked, but Danielle Frankel's amazing. Set is amazing. Alexandra Greco I love and I'm doing pieces with. I like Line for like looks surrounding the weekend, not for like the actual ceremony gown. There's a lot of cool ones in New York and a lot of cool ones that aren't like the typical ones that you see a lot of people or influencers or just typical brides go to that I really, really liked. Mother of the bride and mother-in-law dresses. I told them to wear whatever they want. So my mom actually sent me a couple. I think she sent me a black and a red one, and I was like, the black one will probably be better for photos because I feel like red isn't like super the vibe, but honestly, whatever she wants. And do you know what your mom's wearing?
I didn't know if that was a thing, just for pictures, to not look outrageous.
I mean, not to like throw the photo off, but like honestly, whatever. I feel like your mom has it, and it was like a brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. What order did you plan things in? So James and I got engaged at the end of November in 2024, and we had a venue by January, but we actually ended up switching.
So what do they mean by what order, as in food, venue?
Yeah, I think so.
It's called the scattergun approach.
What's that?
Whenever it's felt right to organise it.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it's not a strict order, though, is it?
No, but I think in the beginning of wedding planning, which this isn't groundbreaking to say, everyone would say it, is venue's probably first, a planner's probably second, dress is probably third, along with photo and video. Those are like the main things that you need, and then all of the things can follow. I feel like once you have those things, you can like have a deep breath and then like start working on the next set of things, which is kind of like vendors, like florals, food, decor, accommodations.
This is a question for you. Did you...
Wait, you're not asking the question.
Yeah, Did you have your dress finalised before we finalised venue? I think it's a yes.
Well, we switched venues.
Exactly. I think you had your dress before when you venue.
Before the first venue?
No, before the venue we decided on.
Yeah.
So that's the order. So go dress first, and then everything.
But we had a venue and a date. The date didn't change. You actually, do you know this? You're not allowed, technically, unless you lie, in New York at least, you're not allowed to go wedding dress shopping without a wedding date. They ask you your date and venue and location at these wedding dress appointments that you paid to go to. So you actually do need probably your venue date.
That's for fancy ones, no. But yeah,
they're like all fancy.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you DIYing anything?
Do-it-yourselfing.
Like, I feel like that question is more for, like, decor. Like, are we making anything? No, but we're honestly, like, James's parents are in that area and have had, you know, a tie to this area for so long that instead of, like, going with the typical drinks vendor and just, like, using all of their, like, typical, like, alcohol and beer and wine, like, we're using places that are, like, close to James's family or they have a tie to, and we're bringing in, like, the local beer that we have every summer and the local wines, and then we're using, like, the alcohol company who, like, serves it all at each day is, like, using the stuff that we've chosen rather than the stuff that they typically, like, just bring. So I feel like a little bit like that, like,
Yeah.
some of the vendors in that sense. But we're not, like, creating or making anything. We're also, like, it's in France. So,
We're not hand stitching any napkins.
no, but the napkins are kind of DIY. I'm bringing them from New York. So I guess a little bit. We're getting embroidered napkins. I shared about that on my TikTok if you want to go see. I'm getting married in September in Europe, and I'm so stressed. How are you so chill? How am I so chill, James?
Yeah, it's a great question. Lots of sleep, good 10 hours a day. Having an amazing hubby probably helps with the stress.
I am stressed, but at the end of the day, it's happening on September 13th, no matter what happens. So the only thing I can do is try and get everything done and work towards and make that day as seamless as possible until then. But I'm obviously stressed, but like the hard part's behind us. There's details that need to work out. Some of it is out of my control. James has the stuff that he's handling. I have the stuff that I'm handling, and I'm confident that I'll get it done.
I've got a good answer here. From the friends that I've listened to about wedding planning and the day and how it all happens, not one of them have said, you know, it went perfectly to plan. Things are not going to go to plan, but it makes things all the more special. None of your friends know your exact vision, so whatever they see and whatever they experience, they will have the best time ever. All your friends and family pretty much only care about showing you the best day ever and being on form. So I think it can be a lot of wasted time being stressed out about the little things that all come together in the end.
Yeah.
That's why I've enjoyed planning.
Yeah, I think the only part is it's just like a lot of work, and it's time consuming. But we're at that final stretch where it's all becoming really exciting, and like we're about to see our vision come to life, even if things go wrong. We actually haven't spoken about this. Many people have asked me this.
Let's do it live.
Are you doing a registry? No. I feel like...
What's that, presents?
Yeah, when people...
Yeah, absolutely not.
No.
I kind of hate that. No judgment.
But like people are flying so far to come to our wedding. We don't need presents. Even like I'm doing a bridal shower in Orange County in a couple of weeks, and my friends were asking if I had one for that. And like, honestly, I can't really think of things that I need that I don't have. And like the things...
What do you mean?
I don't know, like Lauren, I was like, what would I even put on it? And Lauren sent me something. She's like, do this pot and pan. I was like, I have those. And like, they've sent me it before. So like, why would I ask my friends to buy that for me?
But that's a good point. If you do have like a new house or you're planning for stuff or you need those types of items, I think that would be good to put on.
Yeah, like Lauren said she got like really nice wine glasses.
Or, this is a good one, or whisper to your friends like, hey, you know, instead of a registry, everyone can put some money in to pay for a holiday. That would be nice.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, like a honeymoon fund. Gracie, I think we did that for Gracie.
Yeah, but no, I think them being there is their gift.
Are you using a bridal stylist? My friend Lauren just started out as a bridal stylist. She had an incredible wedding in South Africa a couple of years ago. So she's been helping me with all of my looks and coming to my appointments with me. I was really decisive on all of the looks I wanted, but having her support and like bouncing ideas off of and like her showing me this bridal world that I knew nothing about has been like so helpful. I could not recommend her more. She's like actually launching her business, I think right after our wedding, but her handle's Lauren Burke on Instagram, and if you're looking for one, she's the best and the sweetest and honestly just one of my closest friends, and she's going to be there staying with us at our house and the whole day with me, so I feel very lucky to have her. What are you doing for your exit? I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean after the aisle?
Yeah.
We don't know. We haven't gotten there yet. We also need to like practice dancing, but like James is a good dancer, so I'm not stressed about that.
I don't know, maybe we should go to some of those classes with Julian.
I don't want to go to classes. No one's got time for that. What inspired you not to have a bridal party? I honestly just never pictured myself having one. I have a sister and she's my maid of honor. I didn't want to have to get into any trickiness with friends, and I'm someone who has friends from all different parts of my life. We all just went on my bachelorette and that was so much fun. I don't feel like I want 100 people getting ready with me, and I would have a hard time picking of like where to cut off with friends, and honestly I just didn't want to. I never pictured myself having bridesmaids. How long are your vows going to be? We did our vows for our family and friends, our closest family and friends, at our civil ceremony in California in April. And we're not going to be reading them again at our wedding, but we have someone and something else who's going to make that moment of us getting married really, really special up there and kind of tell our story for us. Are we doing a bouquet toss, a garter toss? I've never even heard of a garter toss, actually. Bridesmaids standing or sitting, grand exit. So I think we already covered a lot of that, but I haven't thought of, I think I want to do the bouquet toss. I haven't like thought about when that would be. Like, would it be cute to do that like around the cake? But I feel like I have so many friends that are so close to getting married or engaged or something. So I do want to do that because it's such a special moment for someone else in the day. It is like, I've never caught it, but I think it's fun for whoever catches it. So I think it'd be fun to do that. Have you thought about having people sit when you walk down instead of stand? We haven't thought about that either. But I think I want everyone to stand. I think it's a nice moment. But if you have some reasoning on why you think that would be better, I'd love to hear it. Do you have any outfit changes and how many do you have? So I have a dress that I got that I'm wearing to get ready in on the day of. It's beautiful. I really wanted to wear like something I'd be really comfortable in and not do like the typical robe that a lot of people do. So I have this really pretty dress and my sister's wearing something with me that's the same brand and kind of similar. And then I have my ceremony dress, which I will stay in through cocktail, through dinner. And then I'll change after dinner into my reception party look. And yeah, that's the outfit changes that I have on the day of.
I don't have any.
No. You don't need one. Your outfit's so good. I actually haven't seen it, but
Neither have I.
yeah, that's terrifying. How was your bachelorette? I'm from the DR, and was so happy to see you here. It was the best weekend of my whole life. Honestly, best girls trip ever. It is something I will hold special in my heart forever. Everyone had the best time. We actually went out 2 nights ago, and like 3 of my friends who weren't friends before are all close now and have been hanging out every day because they live so close to each other. And I'm like, wait, that's so cute. Like all of my friends who weren't friends before are becoming friends, and it's just really special to see that happen.
You've done all the questions.
What has been your least favorite thing about wedding planning?
That's a little negative question. Least favorite. Budgeting.
Yeah, I don't even think for me, I don't think it's like I have like this least favorite and most favorite part. It's just the fact of like, if you are both very busy and working and trying to plan something overseas, it just takes up so much time. And I feel like that's been really hard to like manage it all. And like, it is overwhelming. And it's obviously very expensive. I think the least favorite part of our experience was that we like messed up with a venue and a planner in the beginning and lost some money to that. That was probably the hardest part, but it was all meant to be. We wouldn't have been at this venue with this amazing planner if that didn't happen because it wasn't an option before. So I know it was all meant to be. What is the highest unexpected cost? It's all so different too. We're getting married in a very small region in the south of France. We're not getting married in Paris or Provence or New York City or the Hamptons where like things are outrageously expensive. But I'm trying to think, the most expensive things, which for me was a choice I made, was the photo and videos. I spent a lot on that because I wanted a really good photo and video team, and I also wanted them there for 4 days of events. So not just the day of.
Well, I've got a good one.
Okay.
Transport.
Oh yeah, that was expensive. Like transportation to get everyone to the venue and home. We're doing 3 days of events, so we're covering that transportation.
And it's all sort of within 20 minutes of each other, but there's some big groups moving between those points. And the last thing, especially in the rural area of France, is to feel like someone's lost or doesn't know what to do or doesn't know a cab number or whatever. So we've sort of spent a bit more than we'd potentially like to try and ease those issues that guests might have. Did
you ever have regrets after saying yes to the dress? I actually didn't.
I thought I was going to say yes to your husband there for a second.
No, I haven't had any regrets. I'm like so set on my dress. I love it so much. I have not seen one thing I like more than it ever. So I'm very confident. When did you know he was the one?
Infinity.
I just continue to have camera problems. My camera, while asking if when I knew James was the one died, and he was like, is that a sign? But it didn't die. The temperature overheated, which I'm confused because it's like actually cold in here. I want to do a few more though. I don't know when the exact moment that I knew James was the one, but I feel like
First date?
We intertwined our lives, and one day I feel like we just knew we were going to be with each other forever. I feel like it was within the first couple of months of meeting. And we grew and grew and grew together. One foot in front of the other. It was not some big love at first sight. It was not some, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like people said really...
Rom-com, was it?
like put really high expectations on like how you're supposed to meet, or it was love at first sight, or it was like I like have never, like the moment I saw him I knew he was the one. Like I feel like that's so unrealistic and like puts these high expectations out there for all these people, and it doesn't need to be like that to be.
Do you
like,
believe in love at first sight?
No.
Neither do I. So.
What are you prioritizing? Ceremony, party, and reception, food, guest experience, all of them.
Okay, let's give a proper answer. What are we prioritizing? I think one thing we're not prioritizing after discussions and budgeting is probably the food. Whilst we're very sort of happy with what's going to be served, so don't nudge it, there was an option to do something like pretty special, but it was sort of 3 times the cost, and we decided...
And risky.
And a little bit risky, and we decided probably to not do that. And I think there's ways to do food that is, fun and nice without necessarily having to blow the budget on it, because that's something that can get pretty expensive. So that's probably one down our list of priorities.
Yeah.
Partying.
We are prioritizing that now at the end, though. It wasn't a priority in the beginning, but now we're like, we've created this like perfect dream day. It needs to have the vibes to match it at the end of the night. And now I feel like we last minute kind of decided to do all of these things to make that more fun. We're not going to give that away. Were you someone that always dreamed of their wedding? No. I actually said I would never wear a wedding dress. I said I would never get married. My dad told me to never get married. But then when I got engaged, I got so excited about it. What about you? Have you always dreamed of your wedding day?
No, I haven't actually. But since the engagement, I knew I wanted to have a nice wedding, a fun wedding where we could celebrate everyone. So not always.
How do you want to feel on your wedding day? I want to feel calm, excited, relaxed, at ease, and well rested.
Yeah, what do I want to feel? I think just happy. Just happy and present.
Yeah, present is a really good one. How are you making your wedding feel most like you and James and authentic to you guys?
I might have a different answer to you. But I feel like it's, again, this is probably not in your mood board, but I think it's going to feel, because it's sort of a slow French, not farm, but rural wedding, I think it's going to feel, when we're there, pretty sort of informal, although it might not. I think it'll feel informal even though there's like violins and nice dinners and everything else, just because the whole vibe of the area is very relaxed. And people, it's not black tie, so I think people are going to come in a variety of suits, and they're going to feel, comfortable in themselves, and I think it's going to feel pretty informal.
Yeah, but I think that is authentic to us, and I think, the decor and design will feel authentic to me, and probably what people, would picture when they picture what I would want as my wedding, and I think the vibes will feel like us. Like the music at the end will feel like us.
It's also the fact that our friends and family and loved ones are going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone feels like this, but I genuinely believe it's like one of the great guest lists of all time.
I know. Well, someone just said, what little details do you think make a wedding special? And at the end of the day, it's the people. Like, it's it's the attention to detail for the guest experience, I think, making everyone feel like that you're so grateful that they came and so thankful and that, they were wanted. And I think they'll feel that because our wedding is 110 people, which isn't that big. It's not small, but it's not that big. And, James and I planned our whole wedding. It was not something where our parents were really involved in this wedding planning process. They both helped. But I think a lot of times you can tell when, parents took charge of a wedding. And I think because of that, it'll feel very special to us and like us. Someone said, I'm afraid to be on my period on my wedding day. How did you plan this? No regular cycle. I did not plan this.
So I've always believed that... I can't answer.
What? Well, what do you have to say?
Oh, silly, it's a joke. I need a pee. I wasn't going to put any input in that one, am I?
No. How did you find the wedding planner? How's the experience been? I was recommended the wedding planner by our current venue. So backstory on this actually is our current venue was the first venue we reached out to. At the time, James and I did not have a specific date. We were looking between 3 weekends. They were not available for the weekend we ended up picking. Although we could have picked a different wedding date to have it there, we ended up picking this date and going with a different venue. So they were not available that weekend. However, while I was speaking with that venue, me and the girl really got along well, and she shared like a list of recommendations in the area. She recommended this wedding planner. This wedding planner, our current one, was also unavailable this weekend because she had another wedding. However, she was going to help plan our welcome party and our recovery because I didn't want our last wedding planner to do all 3 days because I could tell she was going to be difficult to work with. Fast forward, we don't have it there, and we go back to this hotel or this place where we're having our wedding, and their wedding, or the reason that they weren't available was because it was already booked out by guests. They ended up having those guests check out a day early so that we could get married there, James. And
What?
you're slapping.
This came off to the pub.
And I reached back out to the planner who was going to help us on the other days. We never got like that far along with it. And was like, we actually want you to do the whole weekend. We're not doing it at this venue. We're not working with this planner anymore. And she was like, that's so funny. My last wedding literally just ghosted me. And I'm not doing their wedding anymore. Or I haven't heard from them. So she became available. So that's why I feel like it was so meant to be. But she was recommended. She's local. She's actually South African, which is amazing because she speaks English. And a lot of people in this area only speak French. Like when we've gone to our tastings, she has to translate for me. James can understand it, but he doesn't speak wonderful French.
Thank you very much.
Right? You say it's bad. I feel like I'm giving you...
Yeah, no, it is bad.
How did you design your stationery? I worked with Minted and their custom design team, and they were really helpful. Can you share your custom dress process? I will share all of that after the wedding. I want to do a post for like each look and like do the meaning behind it. I feel like I'll be posting about the wedding for like ever, but I like love looking at that from people and like the behind the scenes of like how everything came to life. So I'll share that on my Instagram because I'm doing custom Alexandra Greco looks and custom line looks. 2 of them are fully custom. One of the looks from Alexandra Greco is fully custom and the other one is like slightly custom, so like tweaks to something else that she already had. And then line, same thing, tweaks, like small tweaks to something else she already had, and then one fully custom. Everyone's like, what are you most excited for? And mine is just to see all of our friends and family together. Because it is such an eclectic group of people with like people from California, all of our New York friends, all of your London friends. It's going to be so special and everyone's going to hit it off. I just know it. Fave bridal inspo accounts. There's so many, but I follow like the bridal journey, the wed. I feel like I get my whole explore page now is wedding stuff. Earrings you'll be wearing. I'm working on custom earrings with Sophie Ratner, who made our wedding bands too, which I'm really excited about. They're pretty simple. Are all of your guests staying on one property? No. We're having a welcome party, our wedding day, and recovery, and we booked all 3 out as accommodations. So people are staying at each location, and like we'll have to travel each day to the ones they're not staying at, if that makes sense. And then James and I are staying at a house in the area with some of our friends, so at none of the properties. What would you wear if you were a guest to your own wedding? That's a good question. I really like that. That's cute.
It's probably the wedding day, no?
Yeah, we wear what I'm wearing to my the welcome party.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, as a guy, it's pretty simple, isn't it? Just a nice suit. But I think the fact that one thing I do think, if in my head, I've always visioned it being sort of like a summer wedding, and it will be hot. But there might be some leaves changing colour, and it might feel a little bit fall in some moments.
I think so too.
So it's not just such a summery suit, because I think you could go darker with it.
I don't think I would go full summer. Like, I don't think I would do a bright yellow. I don't think I would do anything super bright, but I also don't think I would do black. Like, I think I would do, like an earthy green, or I'm trying to think what I've worn to other weddings. Like that brown dress I just wore, although that felt pretty summery. I don't know. I feel like I would, in my head, September like is fall to me too, so I would just like naturally go that direction with the color I would wear. How many venues did we tour?
3? Is that true?
I feel like we toured more when we went. The thing is, when we went in the beginning, we kind of had already decided on the venue, but we're touring other venues for the other parts of the weekend. And that's when we like last minute and went to go tour our current venue and saw it too. But we probably went and saw like 5 or 6. Remember those few random ones we went to and like didn't do anything with?
Yeah, I'm not sure 5 and 6, but there are a few.
Wait, well, there literally is like at least 5. I can count 5. Last one. How did you come up with unique ideas? And I don't want to say we necessarily like came up with anything groundbreaking on our own, but we just made sure to stay really true to ourselves. So if something didn't feel like us or something traditional didn't feel like us, we just decided not to do it or like changed it or like... Yeah.
Look, again, I mean, I think...
Like not cutting the cake. We saw a cute idea and decided to go and do that for us too.
Yeah, I think, keeping true to yourself. Oneself is very, very unique, as in you're the only one to have experienced what you've gone through, what you've seen. So a combination of that. I don't think there's anything, shameful or embarrassing to borrow ideas of other people, because it's never going to be the...
Are you excited? What's your most excited part? Mine is to marry this man.
To do the kiss at the altar. Altar? Very religious. What do you call it? Aisle. You may kiss the bride. Are we doing a full French kiss?
I think we should. Okay. Thanks for watching. Love you guys.